All of us have an invisible emotional backpack that we've been carrying since childhood, and most of us don't even know it's there. I learned this as a parent in 2005, knee-deep in kids and emails and a schedule tighter than my Spanx. I had 4 daughters under 6, and my second was born with serious medical conditions. And that day, a county official was coming to determine which services Catalina would qualify for. So everything had to be perfect. The house had to be perfect, like Martha Stewart, don't touch the hand towels perfect. The girls on their best behavior, bows in, bribes issued. And everything on that counter, junk drawer. Parenting Catalina was hard enough without someone watching and judging. And of course, they picked the worst time, dinner. Parenting Catalina required tubes and syringes and waiting 40 minutes for the food to drop into her stomach. And then she'd throw it all up. Until we figured it out, videos on an iPad, the perfect distraction to get the food down and keep her calm. But not that day. That day, I hid that iPad like vodka at my mother-in-law's house. And then the doorbell rings, and there she is. Glasses, tight bun, stiff gray suit, sensible shoes. Suddenly I see every flaw. Oh, that stupid crooked picture. And who touched the hand towels? So tight bun lady, she follows me into the kitchen, and I settle Catalina into her chair. She bats her big brown eyes. Video? No, sweetie, I say. No, iPad. We don't watch screens when we eat. You know that. Confused, Catalina hangs her head, and with a slow shake, she says, "Oh, fudge." But she didn't say fudge, or fooey, or even philanthropy. No, my stuck-me 5-year-old dropped the F on in front of a government-sanctioned official. That was it. I was done, finished, over. Tight bun lady was going to call child services. But that's not what happened. Instead, tight bun lady, she threw her head back and laughed hard. It stunned me so much, I started laughing. Even Catalina joined in. And then tight bun lady, she chuckles. I needed that. Just like that, she approved all the services. Looking back, I could see how that emotional backpack weighed me down. I was rattled. I knew what I needed to do as the one in charge. But I hid that iPad for fear of judgment. You know, my brain, it didn't register. Tight bun standing there. It saw my father looking over his glasses at my report card. Took me right back to when I was a little girl. And I learned that being perfect kept me safe. But that doesn't work anymore, because when you're stressed, that emotional backpack, it takes over and hijacks our best intentions, your better judgment. You see, sometimes it just sits there, invisible. But under pressure, gravity wins, and that's the trap. When stress hits, we don't rise to our intentions, we sink to our baggage, to those old coping mechanisms that you packed years ago. Perfection, control, people-pleasing, demanding respect, anything that helped you feel safe. Look, you didn't get to choose what went in that backpack, but you absolutely get to pick what you carry moving forward. So today, we're going to unpack that backpack. We're going to help you avoid a few F-bombs of your own.